Sa gulo ng mundo, kaliwat ka ng isyu. Itaga mo sa bato. Andito lang ang magiging gabay nyo. Kasama ang iba't ibang kilalang abogado. Tuwing 1:00 hanggang 3:00 ng hapon. Araw ng Sabado. Itaga mo sa batas! Itaga mo sa batas! One DJ Chini. DJ Chini.
Know your rights, know your defenses, and fight what is right.
Walang maaargabyado sa taong may alam sa karapatan nito. Itaga mo sa batas! Itaga mo sa batas!
Dito lamang sa 107.1 Max News FM, South Surgeon.
Itaga mo sa batas with DJ Chini.
Okay, ayan. Open nyo na yung live stream po ninyo. Visit our page now. It's 107.1 Max News FM, South Surgeon. Okay, they are finally here with Miss Bai Mariza Sabdula and Sean Dave Ruba. Mga classmates ng mga classmates nila ni Bai at ni Sean. Nandito na po silang dalawa with all the necktie and executive attire. Diba? Alright. So, here we go. So, we're live now. Nakikita po natin. Kita nyo yung mga nyo. Baka gusto nyo itingnan sa 107.1 page natin. Just silent it and then share. Para ma-share ng inyong mga classmates. Ayan, sa 107.1. Meron bang data? May data ba? Para makita na yung mga kapugian at kagandahan nyo. Ang kanilang outfit to the max. Ayan. Sige, visit din pag may time. Sabi ni Jean Grey, dapat yung mga empleyado sa gobyerno na walang ginagawa, mag-resign na. Sayang lang yung mga pinapasweldo ng mga taong bayan sa kanila. Oy, galit na yan. Galit na si Jean. Pareho naman tayo ng mga sinisigaw actually. Cindy Alido, good afternoon din sa'yo. And also, si Ellen, you're there. And then Coulter Jail on. Emma Arshaga, makulimlim na hapon din sa'yo. Ito ka ng mga bahog ilok, ma'am, na pwede ikasoan na. Oy, dali lang. Unsa man yung mga questions. Oy, okay, benta mo cellphone mo, mag-data ka. Ay, wala. Ay, ano to? J-Lo. Sige, Bayarud Sam, Julian Cervantes, Bebe Ayabias Moreno, Coulter Jailon. You may, you may ask questions, okay, regarding the Republic Act 3019, Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. Okay, sige. So, without so much ado, let's maybe focus to them. Okay? Focus na sa kanila. Okay na yan siguro. Alright. Pero mamaya pag nagsasalita, nagdi-discuss na siguro, pwede na natin iano sa kanila. Focus na sa kanila. Okay. So, nakikita nyo ang sarili nyo? Ha? Okay. Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, sila na bahala mag-introduce sa sarili nila dahil late sila. Okay. Okay, so salamat po kay Attorney Dean Doan. Ayan, sa pagpadala po nitong kay Sean Dave. And I thought Sean Dave lang will be alone this afternoon dahil this morning lang nag-confirm na Bai Mariza Sabdula will be joining Sean. Okay, alright. Sinabi ko na nga mga pangalan nila but you may now repeat your names. Go ahead. Ladies first, maybe?
Alright, magandang hapon po. I am Bai Mariza Sabdula, a third-year law student of Mindanao State University College of Law and Prime Minister of the Bantugan Debate Moot Society po.
Wow, the Prime Minister of Bantugan Debate and Moot Society. I thought it's gonna be academic and moot. Moot and academic. Okay, so debate. Sa jurisprudence lang, no? Okay. Anyway, so the Prime Minister, would that be the highest position there sa Bantugan? Thank you for taking chance and giving us time here. Okay, and what made you decide na mag-join ka this afternoon?
I think topic is very interesting po
Yeah.
kasi napapanahon po. So,
very
dami
much.
namin
That is why, yan yung una kong topic na pilot episode talaga. Okay, so aside from being the Prime Minister, ano po, mayroon ba tayong position sa CLA? MSU?
Wala pa. Ex-officio po. Kapag
Ex-officio.
Prime Minister,
Okay.
diretso ex-officio.
I see. Okay. Kasi when I graduated, wala pa yung Bantugan debate. Okay, we actually planned kasi nagde-debate kami sa Constitutional Week. Pero we planned pero na-busy na dahil graduating. Okay, so good for you dahil meron na kayo na-organize na ganyan, no? Okay. And ilang members na meron?
Sa ngayon po, bago pa lang kasi ang organization
Yeah.
sa 30 members.
30
po.
members so far. And I guess you have all maybe mga free legal counseling or
Minsan po, we are invited in some other school in
Aha.
the city. Tapos,
may mga inter-school debate pa. Alright. Okay. Alright, thank you, Miss Bai. And now this time, the man with the necktie. Akala ko andito na si Kirk Bondad, the Mr. International 2025. Alright, kamukha niya. Pero natakpan yung mukha niya sa microphone. Saglit. Ayan. I-move natin konti. Ayan. Para makita ka naman sa live stream. Kailangan natin ng light, no? Para focus talaga. Sige, mamaya. Pa-focus kayo. Okay, sige. Yeah.
Hello, magandang hapon po sa lahat. Ako po si Sean David Ruba, a third-year MSc College of Law student, and we are on the same team organization. Ako po ang Deputy Prime Minister ng ating Bantugan Debate and Mood Society, and it's a privilege to be here with DJ Chini. I was once with you po. You interviewed me before when I was still in elementary.
Ayoko na. Uwi na ako. Ayoko na.
I was a fan since then. I'm still young now naman. Yes po, I can still remember. It's about a vocabulary word ata, and then you're asking if I know the synonym of that word. It's
Ilang
a
taon ka
segment,
na?
I believe. It's a
Ay,
segment.
fan bata.
Yes, parang fan bata.
Fan bata.
Yes,
Yan.
yes.
Kasi I held that a fan bata MUS TV segment ng
Yes.
Fan bata, and you were only...
I guess 9 or 10 that time.
Uy, wag niyong
But I'm
i-count
still
ang edad ko.
young. Bata pa rin naman ako, DJ Chini.
And you are now?
Nasa 20s.
So that was 11 years ago?
Yes po.
Oh my God! 11 years ago. Okay, pero hindi naman tayo magkakalayo konti siguro kung
Yes naman.
pagtatabi tayo.
And you look younger than you are back then.
Talaga
po.
ba? Uy, pakibigyan nga ng coke to. Pakibigyan ng merienda to. Okay, anyway. So talaga ba, hindi ka nagkakamali? Kasama ka dun sa fan bata?
Yes.
Was it a snatch interview? Or, I mean, ano ba tawag na to?
Parang
Ano ba
snatch interview po siya that time. Kasi hinulbot lang ako ng isang...
I see. Okay, yun na nga eh. Kasi kung wala kaming nakaschedule na mga fan bata na event, pumupunta kami sa Oval Plaza. Nang sa snatch kami ng bata. Ini-interview namin. Ganyan. O kahit saan. Basta nang-interview kami. So, ano ba yun? Synonyms ng?
Nakalimutan ko na ang word, but I can remember your face.
Ah.
And I can remember you po, DJ Chini.
Talaga
Yes po.
lang. Okay, so dapat natandaan mo yung synonyms na yun. Kasi yun yung magpapaalala sa akin. Okay, so anyway, so that time, when you were 9, wala ka pang idea, gusto mong maging lawyer ba or what? Talagang it has been your dream na since childhood.
Actually, before, hindi pa talaga. Hindi pa
Wala
na-sink in
pa.
na pagka-abogado. But years, let's say 3 years ago, that was the time. Yun yung reckoning point na gusto ko na talagang mag-practice ng law. Yes.
Oh, so you're now in anong level na?
Third year po.
Third year. Binalik na ba ang until 5th year?
Yes po.
Oh,
Kami po
di
ang
ba kasi
pioneering
tinanggal
batch.
na yung fourth, nung kasi di ba nung pandemic time, fourth year, 4 years na lang, no? So binalik na, this year lang, binalik ang 5 years
Sa batch po
ulit.
namin.
Kasi 5 years talaga naman kasi, dati pa. Oo,
Episode
right
okay.
now. Ayan. And back to our topic, the RA 3019, the Anti-Graft, Corrupt and Practices Act, with our special guests here by Marisa Sabdula and Sean Dave Ruba. If you guys would like to see them, the good-looking guests natin ngayon, tingin po kayo. Visit po kayo dito sa live stream. Yan, visit na 107.1 Max News FM Soxargen na page po natin. And then, do share naman. Okay? Okay, so it's now your turn, your table to discuss about this. Okay, go ahead and kayo na bahala. It's all yours.
Ayun po, magandang hapon ulit sa lahat. Ngayon po ay pag-uusapan natin ang tungkol sa Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. Ito po ay isang batas na kung saan para mapanatili yung konsepto ng ating konstitusyon that public office is a public trust. Because at the end of the day, napakahalaga po na mapanatili na ang lahat ng mga nakaupo ay may integridad at saka accountability. Because again, time and again, our goal is to banner transparency. And isa po itong mekanismo, itong RA 3019 upang ito po ay mapanatili.
Exactly. And sa lahat po na nakikinig, as you know, the wisdom of this law is to provide for a balance at talaga namang mapanatili yung status quo that the people is still the person behind those public officials. Sila ang reason kung bakit nandyan ang ating mga public officials, ang ating mga public servants, and still, this is a very important law for us to understand kasi napaka-timely nito ngayon para naman maintindihan natin kung ano ang mga nangyayari sa ating Kongreso right now, and even to those people na talaga namang hindi lamang trending sa social media but even in our national news para naman makarelate tayo as people of our locality.
Alright. Okay, go ahead.
So to start,
Yes, so to start, sino ba yung mga liable na mga tao sa batas na ito? Una po sa lahat, even you are elected or appointed public official, you are liable to this law po. Kapag binayolate mo to, you will suffer the consequences of that violation. Ano ba yung mga acts or practices na kung saan masasabi nating you violated as a public official, you violated this law? First po is if you are pursuing or influencing your co-officials to violate any law of the Philippines. For example, isa kang congressman at para mapanalo yung kaibigan mo na isang contractor, kinausap mo yung mga kasama mo na dapat sila ang bigyan natin ng pabor, dapat ganito, ganyan. And at the end of the day, nanalo yung bidder na yon. That is because you've used your position as a congressman to influence the result of the bidding. So, ganun po yun siya. Isa yun po sa mga posibilidad kung paano mababiolate ang batas na ito.
Okay.
And as I may add, nasabi na ni Bay, ito po ay para sa ating mga public officers or public na mga appointed or elected. But a private citizen as well can be, pwede po natin silang filean if and only if sila po ay nag-conspire for the achievement ng nasabi nating graft and corruption practices nung mga nasabing public officials, whether they be appointed or elected.
And even private persons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, engaging with the public officials. All right. Okay.
If they are engaging as co-conspirators.
Yes,
po.
okay.
Yes. And second one is if these public officials appointed or elected are receiving gifts from from
A little
anyone.
closer, excuse me na. Okay, a little closer sa microphone natin. Ayan, para mas klaro ang boses mo. Ayan.
Sige
Go
po.
ahead.
Tulad ng sinabi ko, kapag yung ating mga public officials elected or appointed ay tumanggap ng mga gifts na kung saan regardless of the amount of that particular gift, if you've received it in exchange for some favor in the government, you are still liable in this act.
So regardless the amount.
Yes, regardless
Okay.
of the amount.
Amount or in kind even,
Yes,
no?
yes.
Okay.
And we have to make sure po that upon receiving that gift, sa pagtanggap po natin ng mga regalo o kung ano man ang binigay sa atin, may it be monetary or any object, the malicious intent was there for the advancement of the gain po. It's either of the private person or even the public official. Lagi po
Malice is an element ba ng
Yes.
ng RA 3019?
Yes.
All right. So kailangan ma-establish talaga, no? Okay, go ahead.
Because there may be instances po na, let's say for example, they will be receiving a token from a speaking engagement per se, but that is not constitutive to sabihin na nating bribery. Kasi naman po, pag sinabi nating bribery, there is this malicious intent on the part or on the end of the one perpetrating the action or mismo ang public official. At gusto ko rin pong ipaalala sa lahat, again, this is not only for the public official, whether appointed or elected. Yung co-conspirator po na mga private citizens, if they are part of the entire image or entire story or platform na nangyaring graft and corrupt practices, magiging involved po sila.
Yun. Okay.
Yes, and in addition po, itong batas na din po na ito ay nagsasabi na it is not just an act but as well as omission of doing your responsibility as a public official, appointed or elected and even those private, ay mananagot ka pa rin sa batas na ito. For example, merong ni-request sa iyo na isang dokumento sa, nagtatrabaho ka sa DAR for example, at hindi mo ito ibinigay because someone is asking a favor to you na huwag ibigay yung document kasi makakasira sa kaso nila.
Yeah.
So you're
There's an omission.
Yes,
Oo.
by omitting to do your responsibility of giving that document, ay you are liable on this act.
Parang ginigipit ka ba?
Yes,
no?
ganun po yun.
Ayan, so pwede kang magreklamo. Bakit hindi pa rin nire-release yung ano ko? Ayan, nag-aantay pala ng under the table.
Yes,
Mga ganong bagay. So
ganong
pwede
bagay
magreklamo,
po,
no?
yes
ng
po.
graft.
Yes,
Okay.
karaniwan po ito kasi na nararanasan, especially of those underprivileged. They have pending cases in courts, but requesting documents in our government offices. But because ang kalaban nila ay mga malalaking tao, korporasyon, so perhaps hindi naman natin sinasabi, pero nalalagyan, and then those public officials are parang hindi nila ginagawa yung responsibility nila, so they are liable on this act.
Yeah. So, hindi lang pala yung pagbibigay,
Yes,
pagbabribe, pag-a-accept ng gift, kundi yung may omission na ayaw i-release yung mga papers mo, mga documents mo, dahil yun pala may inaantay na kapalit. May under the table na inaantay. Panggigipit din, no?
Aside from that, DJ Chini, meron din tayo sa gobyerno na tinatawag nating ARTA. Meron na
Okay,
tayong
yeah.
Anti-Red Tape Act kung saan within a specific period dapat nang ma-actionan agad
Correct.
ang ating mga
Oo.
request ba sa ating mga kawani ng gobyerno. Kaya naman hindi lamang po ito para sa ating Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. Marami po tayong mga legislations, mga batas para po ma-enforce para sa kaayuhan sa
Actually, I'm
tumatatawa.
reserving that ARTA. Okay, so it's okay. But the red tagging kasi, it's ano naman sa omission kasi din, di ba? Okay, anyway, so go ahead.
And in addition, meron din po tayong mga public officials who are not declaring their SALN. Ito po ay napaka-importante. They have to declare their assets and liabilities. Yes.
Okay.
And failure of doing so, they are accountable.
Ayan.
They
Ayan.
are very accountable on this Republic Act.
Yeah, SALN.
Because time and again, we wanted to maintain that public office is a public trust. They need to be accountable. They need to be transparent of the assets and liabilities that they have because it's their responsibility to the people.
Talking of SALN, by the way, ano ba yung remarkable or landmark case? Sereno, no? Ayan. Dahil sa SALN na yan, no? Na-impeach siya. Alright. Okay. And, sige, if you may add.
If
go ahead.
I may add, isa rin po sa ating, ito na nararanasan natin ngayon. If any government agencies, nagkaroon po siya ng, let's say, injury within the government itself, or even to another person or another institution that can constitute again po, pwede po tayo, pasok po yan sa grounds ng ating tinatalakay na kaso ngayon. Let's say for example, meron po tayong supposedly bidding dapat. And then we bypass that bidding and then binigay natin ng favorable na position to a certain institution. That in itself is violative of our law. At saka meron pa po tayong sinasabing if the government hindi po siya beneficial to the government. Let's say for example na ito po ay like the amount will be too high supposedly for this market price dapat. So let's say pag nasabing ganun, it is deprivation of the funds ng government na supposedly dapat nandito lang dapat. So parang you are abusing your power in terms of fiduciary, yung pera ng kaban ng bayan na supposedly na para dapat sa ganitong level o ganitong threshold lang dapat, pero in-increase mo for your own personal gain and not for the welfare of
So
the
beyond
people.
the threshold,
Yes,
ay
beyond the
questionable na yon. Diba? Unexplained wealth, ika nga, no? Ayan. Okay, what can you say about the Discayas na... okay, it's gonna be the, may ganito. The Discayas kasi parang 9 ba sila na 9 na nagbibid. Tapos, sa kanya din naman pala lahat. Siya din naman pala may-ari, pero iba-iba lang din ang ang mga names ng mga bidders kunyari. Tapos edi kung whatever man ang walang adverse na effect, ika nga, kung sinong mapipili, siya pa rin yung panalo. Parang gano'n, kasi siya pa rin ang may-ari. Parang gano'n. Diba? So, would that constitute a graft and corrupt practices act?
Yes, it could be, especially if they have connections in the government. They are acting as co-conspirators because time and again, this projects involves government projects, the flood control projects of the government. So therefore, dahil sa deceit, fraud na kanilang ginagawa just to secure that the project will be just to secure na sa kanila mapupunta yung proyekto. They could. The Congress, I'm sure.
And especially that may percentage yung mag-a-approve.
Okay. 25% of
grabe na to. And we're talking of billions here. Yes. Diba nga? A billion of projects. Okay, so what else would dapat na matutunan talaga ng mga ordinaryong mga mamamayang Pilipino of common intelligence na maintindihan nila at pwede nilang isumbong, pwede nilang kasuhan ng mga ito under RA 3019. Go ahead.
Yes, isa sa mga karaniwan na nararanasan ng mga kababayan natin is that when they are applying for jobs, kadalasan hindi sila nakukuha because although ina-announce na merong ganitong bakanting posisyon sa gobyerno, plantilla position, but still, grabe ang effort nila para mag-apply, but at the end of the day, meron na palang nakalagay na tao doon. It also constitutes violation of this act because once you are a government official and you've used your power to recommend or to appoint someone even if unqualified. Minsan kasi just because pariente ko ito, kaibigan
may mga backer-backer. Kaya hindi sila makapasok-pasok even qualified naman sila, competent naman sila, pero meron na palang napili.
Meron na palang napili for that particular
Pag na-establish yun at may proof sila, pwede nilang kasuhan ng ganito.
Yan po. Liable yung official na yon doon dito sa batas na ito kasi you cannot use your power to take advantage of your power just to appoint or recommend someone in a particular position even if they are unqualified.
And if that someone is a private person, may knowledge na to his or her advantage, pinagbigyan siya kasi tito niya yung nandun. Pwede ba siyang isama?
Pwede po.
Ayun.
The personal knowledge of the person, pwedeng kasama.
Yeah, kasama siya. Tapos sinake niya yung office na yon, yung employment na yon, di ba? Under
yung position, di naman niya alam ang gagawin niya. Just because, yun nga, ni-recommend or appointed by that official. So, they are definitely liable in this
Alright. Okay.
But
yes, Sean?
Also, just to add lang po, baka kasi ang iba sa ating mga nanonood medyo confused kasi like say for
example. So let's elaborate it.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Kasi meron din tayong tinatawag na employment by means of merit and fitness. Meron din po tayong tinatawag na it is by trust and confidence. Kaya kung napapansin po ng iba, merong mga mga officials natin sa gobyerno, staff nila ang kanilang mga asawa, mga anak. But that is because of this what we call qualification under the CSC na meron po tayong trust and confidence. But in terms of merit and fitness, hindi po dapat pwede na you are a public official at ito ay isang, sabihin natin, ikapamilya mo at ini-employ mo, sinabi na nga ni Bay kanina, it is constitutive of violation po sa ating batas. Just to clarify things lamang po.
Yeah. Okay, so again and again in layman's term, go ahead, elaborate mo pa. Mukhang nako-confuse pa yata yung iba.
In layman's term po, meron po tayong tinatawag, may mga qualifications po kasi para makuha ang isang government employee. Pag nasa merit and fitness tayo, meron tayong tinatawag na eligibility. But if we look into this trust and confidence, na talaga namang trust and confidence ang magpapatakbo because you are a government official, meron tayong tinatawag na mga executive assistants dito po sa ating lokal na pamahalaan. And they are allowed to sabihin na nating kunin ang kanilang mga kapamilya as part of the trust and confidence na pwede nilang ibigay sa kapamilya nila.
Pwede yun.
Pwede yun.
Yes.
But it is just an option still on the official if kukunin niya.
If
or
qualified din.
If qualified din.
Kayang i-handle yun.
Yes po.
Yung position na yun.
Yes, exactly.
Kasi, there is no other more competent than my wife. Okay, why not? Diba? Based on trust and confidence.
Yes. And
okay.
it also, hindi lamang po trust and confidence, mga highly technical po na mga trabaho, they can also employ through trust and confidence.
Yun.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Diba, pamangkin niya, IT. Magaling yun. Okay, sige. Okay. Technicality speaking, ayan, eto na. Ito,
Yes.
galing tong pamangkin ko. Pwede naman yun.
Pwede
Okay,
naman.
baka naman isang iba, uy, bakit in-employ niya yung pamangkin niya? Ay, RA 3019. No, hindi naman. Based on trust and confidence. Pero yung hindi inaalaw ay...
Yung mga by virtue of merit and fitness, kailangan na sila ay eligible by the CSC. We have this professional level of CSC eligibility na yun po ang nire-require as a minimum level of eligibility ng ating mga government offices.
Correct. So, ibig sabihin, kahit na pamangkin niya na hindi naman siya ma-establish na based on trust and confidence dahil hindi siya competent at hindi naman siya qualified, hindi naman siya PRC or civil, kumbaga, wala siyang eligibility. Ayan, tapos hindi questionable yung kanyang kakayahan.
Yes.
'Di ba? So parang doon na
sa mga private institutions who are applying dito sa ating
yan,
government.
halos lahat naman nagpa-process ng permit
Yes.
ng mga establishments, mga business natin. So, anong tungkol dyan?
Let's say, for example, hindi nila na-meet yung minimum requirements supposedly and still, ang ating government official, nireleasan niya pa rin ng permit or
Ayun.
license. That is already a ground na pwede po nating mag-file tayo ng complaint for that cause. Ganun po.
Okay, so ibig sabihin na kahit kulang-kulang naman, I guess there's the leniency kung halimbawa kulang-kulang tapos very light lang naman to, pero kung parang big thing na, big deal na, tapos binayaran na lang, sige na, palusutin mo na lang yan, ito na, ganito. So constitutive pa rin ng
Yes
ano.
po. Let's say, for example, sabihin na lang natin, merong dummy. It is not existing. Pero talagang nilagyan nila ng dokumento ang institution or entity na yan, but in reality, it is not existing.
Mga ghost projects,
Yes.
ghost establishments.
Mga ghost persons. Na hindi naman talaga sila...
Uso-uso yan.
Yes. They are not existing, but they are funded by the government. Maraming mga nangyayari po na ganyan. And little by little, it is surfacing the news right now.
Yeah.
Unti-unti po na
Mga
umuukat
ghost
na po.
employees na
Yan.
pinapasahod every payroll. Grabe, no? Wala na, mas natatakot kami sa ghost dito. Sa ghost station. Yan, itong mga ghost na to, yun ang hindi kinatatakutan ng mga ganid, mga greedy, ano? Mas gustong-gusto nila magkaroon ng mga ghost around. Ghost projects, ghost and all. Okay? So, what more? Any other subparagraphs under section 3 or what? Go ahead.
Meron din po tayong tinatawag na pagdadivulge ng any document or any pertinent documents that are confidential in nature. If you will be releasing this confidential and confidential document without the authority,
Correct.
it is constitutive still of a violation. po.
Yeah. Especially kung talagang importante to.
Yes.
Ma-injure yung government, ano? Yeah, there's a kumbaga prejudice dun sa government, maybe, interest, the public interest and government interest. Ayan, tapos nirelease mo itong information na to without authority. Ayan, so covered pa rin siya sa RA 3019. Okay? Some more?
Another thing, alam ko na it is an elephant in the room na siguro.
Elephant in the room? Talaga.
Pag sabihin nating, it is also, let's say for instance, the situation, ako, government official, and I will be giving this project to my isa po sa aking mga kapamilya. And this project will be funded by the government. That still is a prohibition po sa ating
Yan.
batas. Hindi po natin pwedeng ibigay ang project ng gobyerno if it is in conflict sa ating interest bilang
Yeah.
public official.
What can you say about gos-in-laws? Oh, would you like to tackle that or let's just skip that one? 'Di ba kasi may yung issue, maraming mga projects na naging isa sa mga bidders ay kumpanya ng in-laws or stepfather ba or father ba, I guess. Father of Bongo. Yeah, okay. Tapos nanalo sa bidding and all. Ayan, so may conflict of interest. Although sasabihin na halimbawa ni Bongo na I'm not in contact with them o I don't pero syempre knowing, alam naman ng father or kaya mga in-laws niya na Bongo is there. Ayan, na they're not qualified. Still, there's the existence of graft and
Yes,
corruption.
exactly. DJ Chini, from the very essence itself, it will impair talaga the public trust.
Correct.
Just try to imagine if you are in the shoes of a layman at saka nakita mo, binigay niya ang project to his in-law. By nature, as a human, talaga namang makikita mo na it's really unfair and unequitable. Kaya naman, if you are there, let's say for example, you are a public official, it is better that you inhibit. If may mga ganung proceedings na mangyayari.
What is important, I think, in this law is the establishment of, for as long as within the port civil, port consanguinity or affinity
Yeah.
ng isang tao, better not. Because talagang hindi mo maiwasan na malilink ka talaga. For example, tulad ng sinabi kanina, na may mga ghost projects, this is, even if sabihin mo na hindi mo naman alam, di ka konektado, pero hindi mo kasi mawawala yung perception ng
Correct.
tao. And these are certainly injurious to the public interest and it costs the wealth of the nation. And therefore,
Correct.
Still, papasok po dito yung batas na ito.
Alright, there you go. O, klaro po yan, ha? Pero we are not pro and anti here, ha? No colors here, okay? So we're just discussing everything na under sa RA 3019. But of course, the last, ang ruling naman ay nasa Supreme Court yan. Okay? So this, depende na yan sa Supreme Court kung ano ang magiging, depende sa mga ipipresent na evidence anyway. Okay. So, we have already discussed about prohibition sa mga certain relatives and ano pa
the liabilities, kung ano ba yung
go ahead.
consequences ng batas na ito, kung ano ba yung pagbabayaran ng mga those who are proven proven na talagang they have violated this law. First,
and so, ano pa bang hindi natin napag-usapan under RA 3019? So we've talked about the yun? Tapos na yung SALN, 'di ba? Yung mga penalties. Penalties. Ano nga ba yung penalties kapag guilty ka sa batas na to, RA 3019? Anong penalties ba
sa batas na ito, meron po tayong tinatawag na imprisonment, which is ranging from 6 years to 1 month into 15 years. Yes,
6 years and 1 month.
Yes.
To 15 years.
15 years. The second is forfeiture of assets. pwede na yung mga assets na obtained because of the unlawful practices that you've done ay forfeiture of assets po. And the last one is for the public officials, perpetual disqualification. Once you are
hold
proven,
a public office.
Yes,
Okay.
proven na guilty of this, hindi ka na pwedeng tumakbo sa kahit anumang
Yeah.
posisyon. Hindi
Perpetual
ka na-
talagang wala
Yes,
na.
Perpetual po.
Oo, perpetual.
And-
Absolute na yun.
Yes, yes.
Disqualification to
Perpetual
run for a public office. Okay? So, forfeiture, merong disqualification, may imprisonment pa.
Yes.
6 years, prison mayor?
Yes.
Yeah, prison mayor, 6 years and 1 month to, although 12 years, but this time it's 15 years under this RA 3019. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Mhm.
And posible din na yung mga benefits mo ay mawawala. So, for
Yes.
example, ngayon, judge ka, but because you are proven na engaging into unlawful practices violative of this act, yung mga pension mo, pwedeng hindi mo na yan siya matanggap. Mawawala na yun.
Even the retirement pay.
Retirement.
Parang may naalala akong jurisprudence na hindi na nakuha din yung kanyang retirement pay. Okay. And what else?
So far, those are the established penalties po for this republic.
So what about dun sa private person na nag-engage din dun, naging co-conspirator? Ayan. So anong nakasaad sa batas na magiging, syempre hindi naman siya, dun applicable yung disqualification. Maari, pwede din kung may plano siyang, hindi siya pwedeng tumakbo. And then, may forfeiture din ba ng assets? And 6 years na ba? Or nakabase sa magkano yung kanyang na-transact? Or meron bang naka-indicate sa batas?
Ang malinaw po sa batas na ito ay basta you are proven, even if you are co-conspirator, public, private individual ka, yung mga assets mo, for example, ngayon sa Diskaya na case, yung mga assets nila, hinuhold mo na ng government.
Naka-freeze na.
Yeah, naka-freeze po. Those are some instances. And what's thing for sure is the imprisonment. They will be liable in this
Okay.
So long as those, sabihin na natin, mga bagay ba yan, or even monetary amount, those were unlawfully credited to them. Ang source po nung mga funds na yon are unlawful, then for sure, that will be, meron po tayong tinatawag na forfeiture of all those objects of those unlawful, emanating from unlawful acts of those persons.
Okay. Okay, I'd like to clarify kasi sa sa under section 9 ng penalties for violations. Meron kasing yung mga unlawful acts and the omissions na enumerate natin under section 3, 4 and 5 and 6 shall be punished with imprisonment for not less than 1 year. Not less than 1 year nor more than 10 years. Merong perpetual disqualification from public office. Meron ding confiscation or forfeiture in favor of the government of any prohibited interests and unexplained wealth manifestly out of proportion to his salary and other lawful income. So meron dito sa yung unlawful acts or omissions under sections 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ano ba yung mga 3, 4, 5, and 6? Kung natin yung mga immediate family to the up to the civil within the third or civil degree consanguinity and or affinity, ayan. And meron doon mga section 5 na yan sa section 4 yung prohibition ng private individuals, yun doon nahuhulog yung imprisonment, yung not more than 10 years. Yeah, okay. So pero below that sections like 6, 7, 8, and 9, mukhang doon na mag-a-apply yung nabanggit mo yata na 6 years and 1 day to 15 years, and then there's the perpetual disqualification. Can we clarify that one? Okay, kasi may dismissal pa sa unexplained wealth, may mga ganun pa may 1,379, a public official has been found to have acquired during his incumbency, whether in his name or in the name of the other persons, an amount of property or money manifestly out of proportion sa kanyang sahod, sa kanyang lawful income. So pag hindi mo na, ay teka lang, ganito lang naman yung ng sweldo nung ng isang congressman paano ka nakakapag-casino ng billion? Diba kaya nga sabi ni Panfilo Lacson na nung sinabi ni Alcantara na, Alcantara ba yun? Si
Bryce Hernandez.
No. Si Bernardo, I guess, the DPWH na Okay, sabi nakapagtrabaho, matagal na rin naman po akong nagtatrabaho. May ipon na rin naman po ako. Ang sabi niya. And then, wag ka nang pumunta sa SALN. Ang SALN mo lang, 150,000 and something. 150, pero yung pang-casino, 1 billion. Parang gano'n, So, teka lang, hindi mo na ma-explain yon. Saan ang galing? So, unexplained wealth nga naman, Okay. So, there's this dismissal of a public official, alright? And then, so yun lang yung hindi pa natin mga bank deposits nila, yan, basta mga illegitimate means, okay?
And
So,
looking on the technical side of it, DJ Chini, kung titingnan natin, if sila talaga, bilyones ang mga pera nila, and there are a lot of them on our list right now, if i-freeze yun ng bangko, I believe there will be a crisis somehow sa ikot ng pera natin.
Correct,
Because that will be, naka-freeze lang yung billion-billion na pera.
Frozen na siya.
Yes.
So, hindi siya
ang ikot ng
ma-regulate,
pera, So, magkakaroon po ng problema dyan. And I believe so, if that will happen, isa rin yan sa magiging titingnan ng ating ng ating
Okay.
Kaya naman po, it's better if we are in the public office, i-embody na natin yung ating responsibility. Sabi nga, 'di ba, sa public office is a public trust, and we must, in the exercise of our duty, have the utmost respect, integrity, to justice. At nakasulat din doon, all our public officials must live modest lives. So,
tandaan mo yan sa bar exams. Lalagay mo yung provision na yan. Di ba nga? Talagang powerful yung na yan dyan Yung provision na yan pagdating sa ganitong bagay. Alright, and then?
So, I just remembered lang kasi na-mention natin kanina na ang mga congressman ang gagara ng mga sasakyan.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
I
May
guess if they are well aware of their responsibility as public officers, dapat they must live modest lives. They must live modest
with
lives.
integrity
Yes.
and responsibility and accountability. Yon. Okay, and we're not just talking about public officials. Kasi public officer refers
Ganun
also to all the employees na rin.
Appointed
Appointive, elective, even employees. Naka-indicate, Ayan, basta nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno. Kasi they're rendering service in government function, na ba?
And even sa gobyerno natin, meron po tayo, we are under the CSC rules na may mga limitations as to accessories, ilang accessories lang pwede suotin. Meron po tayong ganun na pina-follow. And that orientation is given before the discharge of duty ng isang bagong
Lalong-lalo na ngayon dahil grabe ang netizens.
yes.
Ay, ang suot niya, tingnan mo, makita lang na dito, nakalakos, mga ganyan. Kita lang t-shirt, ay, teka lang, spotted. Tapos bibigyan agad ng price. Ayan, magkano yung presyo niya.
Pipicturan.
Ayan, sapatos niya. Okay, pipicturan agad. Diba?
Which is, I think, very good coming from an initiative from from the people, sa mga netizens. Kasi parang nare-reveal yung...
Correct.
Sila na mismo yung mga corrupt na mismo ang nagre-reveal sa kanilang sarili because of the luxuries in their lives. So parang hindi na sapat yung sahod nila to sustain that kind of
May mga magka-question na, bakit hindi na ba talaga tayo pwedeng mag-wear ng branded? Dahil parang masyado na kayong OA? Hindi, kasi public official ka pa rin. Yun yung public trust pa rin. Public office is a public trust pa din. Kaya yung sinasabi mo may limit lang ng display of wearing accessories, maybe do not display ever your luxury car there dahil mapagmatsyag ang mga taong bayan. O questionin ka, saan galing yan? Nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno, baka pera ng taong bayan yan. Diba? Yung ganon. So, it's better siguro maging private person na lang tayo. Private citizen na lang tayo, no? Kasi parang masabi na, talagang pinagpaguran ko to, no? Bago ako nagka-branded or luxury car ng ganito. Okay, no questions asked. Ayan, parang ganon. Pero kung talagang engage ka sa government functions and nagtatrabaho ka sa lalo na kung government official ka. 'Di ba? Talagang may mga questions, mga ganyan. Lalo na ngayon, grabe na, ayaw nang paawat ang netizens. Ayaw na tayo, galit na tayong lahat. Okay, anyways, okay. M256 na. Youth reading question na. O, teka lang, mayroon kasing dun sa although meron pa tayong mga na-skip na konti, pero may mga hindi naman masyadong na siguro. You may just read maybe the 3019, other provisions, and mga, naman, may mga exceptions naman eh. Etong sa section 14 kasi, merong exception. The unsolicited gifts or presents of small or insignificant value offered or given as a mere ordinary token of gratitude naman, or friendship lang, according to local customs or usage, shall be accepted from the provisions of this Act. Okay, so may mga insignificant value naman na binibigay. Token lang of gratitude or friendship na wala namang hinihinging kapalit. Wala namang personal gain. So, pwede namang tumanggap lang kami ng pang merienda. Kasi wala namang kaming binibigay sa inyo na kapalit. Parang ganon. Okay. So, wala naman siyang hinihingi. Aprubahan mo na yung papers ko. Walang ganon. Okay. So, out of friendship lang, token of gratitude. Kasi, salamat, nakuha ko na yung mga papers ko and all. Natuwa lang ako, etc. Pwede naman siguro yung ganon. So,
as long as po
unsolicited.
hindi siya mag-cause ng parang you are trying to induce that public official to unlawful acts contrary doon sa kanyang official duty, it's very okay. For example, if birthdays, Christmas, pwede naman po talaga. It's part of the custom.
Bigay ka ng cake dyan. Okay. Pero yung...
during, halimbawa, during birthday mo, naka-receive ka ng 100 na, na lechon baka or
questionable na yata.
It's very questionable.
Hindi na insignificant value. Oo. Ay, something is wrong. 100 na baka, Jude. Okay. Maaring, siyempre, iisipin mo, ay, ano bang favor na binigay nitong taong to? Bakit ganun kalaki ang bibigay din niya? Diba? Something is wrong. Okay, anyway, so, ayan na po, may exemption naman po. Hindi naman pwedeng, ay, binigyan ng cake, hala ka, ganyan. Guilty ka na sa graph. Grabe naman. Wala namang hinihinging kapalit yon. Okay. Anyway, sige. Merong kasing termination of office. Sinasabing, no public officer shall be allowed to resign or retire pending an investigation, criminal or administrative, or pending a prosecution against him. So, kung ongoing pa, pending pa ang kaso mo under this law, hindi ka pwedeng mag-resign or mag-retire if you are a public official, a public officer. So, under Section 12, yun, Ayan, sige. Pero talagang we're running out of time na. Sorry, sayang. Kulang ang oras natin. Okay, but anyway, we are so glad na pinagbigyan nyo kami. But throw a question first dahil tanungin natin ng ating mga listeners. And, sige na, ready na ba kayo? Levi, padaan muna. Sabi, okay, sige. Nagtatanong saan daw ang location natin. We're here located at the second floor, Metro V Building, South Osmeña Street. Ayan. Okay. Nandito po tayo sa Metro V Building. Malapit lang po sa Oval Plaza, steps away. Just few steps back from the Perfect Image. Ayan, sa may, Alright. Sino pa? Wala naman silang mga tanong na siguro. Klaro na yata yung lahat. At magaling naman ang ating guest na mag-explain at na-justify lahat ng ating yung expectation natin. Okay. Ayan. Alright. What's the question? Question now. Ready na kayo, guys? Ready na kayo to answer? You better share first before qualifying to qualifying to answer the question and receive the prizes. Okay. Sean?
Sige. Ang question, total akong binigyan mo nito, DJ Chini.
Go.
Sino ang mga taong covered ng ating Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act or RA number 3019? Again, sino po ang mga taong covered ng ating Anti-Graft and Corruption Practices Act?
Alright. Sino po daw ang covered nitong batas na to? Na-mention na from the very start. Actually, sa introduction ko na-mention ko na din yon. Okay, so I guess alam nyo na, bilis! Bilis! Oh, si Ellen may may sagot agad si Ellen. Ellen, elected, i-correct niya, elective and appointed officials and employees. Is that correct?
Yes.
Correct!
Tama po.
Yay! Congratulations! And even private persons pa din kasama yung mga co-conspirators. Okay, na nag-engage din with the public office. Public servant, sabi ni Cindy Alido, kulang. Si Cindy naman, politics. Okay, yun ang tinatanong natin, yung sino ang covered na mga tao, mga individuals under this RA 3019. So, elective, tama lang yung inano niya, elective or elected and appointed officials and employees. Ayan, yeah! Ellen, congratulations! Nanalo ka ng 150 pesos, nakinig talaga siya sa discussion. Ibig sabihin, magaling kang estudyante, nakinig ka sa teachers niyo, at sa guest natin ngayon. Meron ka ng special prizes. Congrats! At palakpakan naman natin tong ating special guest na si Bay Mariza Sabdulan, Sean Dave Ruba. Talaga naman, what a fruitful and productive afternoon sa Itagamo sa Batas, mga kamags. Hindi mababayaran ng kaysa naman nagsigi kayo YouTube dyan. Ang natutunan natin ngayong hapon ay hindi mababayaran yun ng wag niyong sabihin na sayang yung data ko, sayang ang oras ko, di ba? Hindi sayang. Kasi priceless. And, of course, I'd like to invite you guys here to receive your Certificate of Appreciation. Ayan, dito sa ating sa likod. Okay. And then we have here Christian Media Management, Max FM, Max News FM, Sox Surgeon 107.1 presents this Certificate of Appreciation to Sean David Ruba for sharing his invaluable time and knowledge as a radio guest law student on Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, RA 3019 in Itagamo sa Batas with DJ Chini on 107.1 Max News FM Sox Surgeon. Given this on the 20th day of September 2025 in Jansen City. Can we focus here? Balik tayo sa James, dito sa center stage. And signed by me and by our CEO President, Madam Marites La Fortesa Mones. Receive this certificate of appreciation, Sean. And of course, we have here a magpa hair treatment ka. Mama Nonsky Salon. Ayan, a certificate that's worth 1.5. And then, magkape ka na ng Max Coffee Mix. Hindi pa kasi available dito sa atin. So, habol ko na lang. But I can invite you guys over again and again. Mahaba-haba pang mga episodes. And you have your mug. Mug lang muna iuna namin. Bago ang kape. Malakape ka ba?
Yes po.
Alright. Ayan, so there's the mug. And of course, I'm gonna pin this one. Si Colleen ang magpipin. Ayan. Ay, picturean mo naman kami. Ayan, picturean natin. Ayan, okay. Okay. Ayan, James, ikaw na bahala, James, sa pictorial. Magpipin. Ikaw, si Colleen ang magpipin ng natin. Ayan. This one is actually, with a music note and a microphone. Okay, from Max FM. It's very cute. So, let's pin this one. Bagay na bagay sa kanyang attire. Ayan. Okay, no problem. Sige, pin natin. Ayan. Wala. Ayan. Okay. Ayan. O, di ba nga ang cute? Dyan. Dapat meron tayong Okay. Picture. Okay. There you go. Congratulations. Thank you so much. And of course, another certificate of appreciation from Christian Media Management. 107.1 Max News FM Stock Surgeon. Yeah, presents this certificate to by Marisa Sabdula for sharing her invaluable time and knowledge as our radio guest here sa Itagamos sa Batas. Signed by me and Madam La Fortesa, Marites La Fortesa Mones as our CEO President. Okay, and of course you still have Pampa-Beauty, pang-hair treatment mula sa Mama Notsky Salon. And you have your mug here. Ayan, mula sa Max FM. And thank you, La Fortesa Advertising Services for the mugs. And we also have another pin. Ayan. It's a symbol that you are a guest here from, parang a member ka na rin ng Max University. Okay, ayan. Kindly pin. Ayan, thank you, Colleen, for being here. May assistant tayo. Alright. Okay. Nanginginig. Okay. Anyways, thank you guys. Ayan. But of course, yan. Thank you. Ay, picture tayo, picture. Ayan. Okay. And so, tapos na po tayo. And thank you guys. And again, next Saturday ulit at abangan po natin. Dear Max FM, alauna hanggang alas 3, Mondays through Fridays. And every Saturday naman ang Itagamos sa Batas with me still. Okay, and lawyers, law students, makakasama pa rin natin every Saturday. Alright, so